Thanks for tuning into Animal Adventures. My name is Kylynn, and this week we're talking about a very, very important topic, and that is spaying and neutering our pets. Let's get started. Spaying and neutering is a minor surgical procedure done that prevents animals from ever having babies. Spay is the name of the surgery done for female animals, and neuter is the name of the surgery done for male animals. At our shelter, we spay and neuter all cats, dogs, and rabbits that are adopted from us into their forever homes, but lots of different animals can be spayed and neutered. I know that it's really common to spay and neuter rats, and it actually prevents male rats from producing as much oil in their fur. So if a male rat is neutered, he tends to be a little less stinky. So all of us love puppies and kittens and baby rabbits. They're so cute. So I'm sure you're wondering why we want to prevent puppies and kittens from being born by spaying and neutering our animals. But the sad truth is there's an estimated 6.5 million homeless animals in animal shelters throughout the United States right now. That's almost as many people that live in the entire Bay Area. So every single litter of puppies and kittens contributes to what we call pet overpopulation. That means there's so many unwanted animals that there are not enough homes for them to go into. By spaying and neutering our pets, we can prevent unwanted and accidental litters from being born, and that allows and encourages people to adopt homeless animals from animal shelters instead. Lots of people ask me if spaying and neutering their pet will result in behavior changes. So first of all, spaying and neutering your animal will not make them fat and lazy. Instead, that's usually the result of an unbalanced diet and a lack of exercise. But you might see some good behavior changes as a result of spaying and neutering. For example, male animals that are neutered are less likely to fight with other males and therefore less likely to develop injuries from these fights. And then male and female animals are less likely, if they're spayed and neutered, to roam around and wander around looking for a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and therefore they're less likely to become lost from you and less likely to put themselves at risk while they're wandering around, like go into the street and get struck by a car. Lastly, if you spay and neuter your pet, they are less likely to develop certain types of cancers and therefore live a longer and happier life. So that's a really good thing. So it's really important to be able to tell if an animal has already been spayed and neutered. And most veterinarians do this by putting a tiny little tattoo on the skin of an animal's stomach during their surgery. So if the animal becomes lost or rehomed or comes into an animal shelter, another veterinarian can look at its stomach, see a little tattoo there, and know, yep, you've already had your spay or neuter. We don't have to perform that surgery again. Another thing I want to tell you about is street cats, and street cats are usually born on the street, and these are kind of like wild animals. They aren't tame, they would never be comfortable living in someone's house with them as a pet. Instead, they live in colonies with other street cats, and you may have seen them around certain parts of your neighborhood. But it's still important for street cats to be spayed and neutered, and that's because we don't want those colonies to grow to hundreds and hundreds of cats. And so a way that you can tell if a street cat has been neutered is what we call ear tipping. So during a street cat's spay or neuter, the veterinarian will snip off the very tip of their ear. And this is an important thing to do because since street cats aren't tame and aren't comfortable being approached or handled by humans, it's not like we can walk up to a street cat, pick it up, look at its stomach, and see a little tattoo there. Instead, we need to be able to see them from a safe distance away where we don't scare them or stress them, and be able to see, yep, your ear has been tipped. That means you've been spayed and neutered. We don't have to try and catch you and do that spay and neuter again. So that's something that we call ear tipping, an important thing for you to know about. Thanks for tuning into Animal Adventures this week and learning about how important it is to spay and neuter our pets. Another way that you can help animals in your community is by adopting one from an animal shelter. Not only does this reduce numbers of homeless animals in our communities, but it also prevents more litters from being born. I'll see everybody next week with a brand new episode.